What's going on, guys? John without the H here. We're going to bring you some good gaming news today. This is the last day of May? Holy cow. We've been in 2017 6 months already. 6 months too long. Still waiting on Kingdom Hearts 3. It's never going to happen.
No.
It's a myth.
I done a fake interview, and they've actually said they're never going to release Kingdom Hearts 3.
They said apparently it's just a really long April Fool joke.
Yeah.
It's gone a little bit too far. You said this 10 years ago. Anyway, I'm John without the H. Glad to be back. We got the main man of it all, Game Grader.
What up?
And today we have a special guest. He is one of our closest friends. He's one of our clanmates in Destiny to Gamerz Gamble. Twisted Fate. What's going on, Twisted?
What's up, guys? Glad to be here.
Yeah,
So,
glad to hear.
I'm going to go ahead and pull a poke.
Do it.
So, anybody listening to this, and they hear Twisted Fate, what will make them follow you? Why would they even... I'm trying to do this stutter, too.
Yeah, that's repeat himself quite often.
But why would they... If they looked up your name, what would they find?
Well, as of right now, not a whole lot. I'm definitely working on getting some things on. I want to stream and trying to get some of that going. Definitely YouTube videos. But I'm a variety player, and I want to play a bunch of different games. There's a whole lot of games that I haven't played, mainly because of a game called Destiny that we could talk about later, of course. But no, I've got a lot of games that I'll be playing. But if you ever follow me or look up my stuff, it'll be just a variety stream of games that I'm hopefully going to be doing here soon.
So you mentioned Destiny.
Definitely.
That's your main game.
My main game.
Variety. So that's everything from driving, sports, everything in between.
Yep.
Okay.
Porn.
You know what?
Wait a minute, that's not a game, never mind.
No, it is a game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Okay,
play
my
with
bad.
yourself.
Because you play, yeah.
So, it's been a while since we've been on the show.
Yes.
So, what I've been doing, I guess that's how we can start it off. What we've been playing. How have we been? What's going on? Life. Games. A lot of games.
Yeah. And see what happens.
That's a good one.
I know
But
for
it
me,
never
I've been kind of not playing games as much because I watch a lot of shows and stuff. Luckily, though, it's all ended. Summer,
drought.
the May hits and all the shows in, and so this summer is definitely be a good time where I pick up and try to catch up some games.
What do you think you're going to start? Back to Destiny? Or?
No. I think I'm actually going to go with Battleborn, like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to go try to beat that. I'm very at the end, right at the end. There's a lot of and I can't think of the name. There's one I had below it I was going to start. I can't think of the name of it. I can come back to it later. But yeah, I'm just going to start picking up some games. The ones that don't take very long, maybe like 5 to 6 hour campaign games.
Let me know about Battleborn because I'll play with you.
Yeah,
because
sure.
I think we're at the same spot.
We
I
are.
think.
Yep.
Relatively close. I have actually been having a completionist type personality here lately. I started Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I was thinking to myself about a month ago, since they are my favorite game series, why am I not 100% in it yet? Final Fantasy, I do it, so why not Kingdom Hearts? So I started it, and I immediately regret it, but I'm going to do it. Birth by Sleep has been frustrating, and I heard they just get worse as they go down, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Kingdom Hearts 1 wasn't bad.
In Kingdom Hearts 1, you still got to beat it in 25 hours, and there's another playthrough, where you can only use the Kingdom Key. It's going to be...
Oh, you're talking about with trophies.
Yeah, I'm talking about trophy support 100%.
Because he showed me it's got its own trophy system as well in the game, at least the one.
So I got 2 sets of trophies I'm working on, and then after that, I'm probably going to start on Prey. Been really wanting to play that. Heard good thing about it. So, Game Grader, what about you?
I've been playing with myself a lot.
Definitely enjoyable, but don't last too long.
No, never does. And that's a good thing because there's only so many minutes in the day.
They make sequels. So.
Yeah,
they do make sequels.
Yeah, we're up to maybe 1,000.
It's definitely past trilogy.
Okay.
Injustice 2, Prey. You know what? We brought up something, and I definitely thought it was going to be my game of the year. I love it, but it just didn't capture, my love for the original trilogy, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, definitely.
I've been hearing that a lot lately, actually, that it's
was
lacking.
Certain je ne sais quoi.
The way I heard it put, it's a good game, but it's not a great game, which is what Mass Effect's known for.
Oh man,
is the great games. And so it's one of those things where it was good, and people are enjoying it, but coming off of a big trilogy like Mass Effect, it's kind of hard to have a game compared to those type of games.
Oh yeah, it definitely didn't carry the name's weight.
Yep.
An ending so bad it had to be created again.
Mass Effect 3. Someone mentioned, or I read an article where it said that they might be making, where the future of Mass Effect is going to be going. Like, they think there might be talk of another one. Or
I
like
will never
scrapping
play
everything.
Mass Effect, ever. In my life, I will never play it. Philip knows why, or Game Grader knows why. I've had 5 Xboxes, 4 of which have broken while playing Mass Effect. Anytime I look at it, I feel like my car's going to break down. It's just bad luck. So I don't even YouTube the walkthrough. I just hope for the best.
He had to buy a new phone when he
Yeah. Actually, I dropped my phone shortly after, and I had to buy a new one.
Just every time you get done playing, just save it to a jump drive. And just keep it with you on your person at all times.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
Or you could just get it on PC.
There you go.
PC Master Leaf, but I can't even talk right. It's messing up my language. That was messed up to begin with. No, so anyway, what's new on the news?
Well,
let's not be silent.
Yeah, definitely can't. I want to bring up how I called it out. I knew Red Dead Redemption was going to get delayed. Rockstar will always announce a game, and then they will always delay it 6 months. This has happened since the 2000s.
Yeah. They did it with 4, too, didn't they? I remember
Since the 2000s.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 3 was delayed 6 months after they announced it.
Psych. Make you want it more, though.
Do you think it's, though, because they're just hit problems, or you think it's just kind of like not a marketing tool, but do you think it's just...
Not necessarily. They generally give a statement afterwards. Not like immediately, like from when they delayed it to now, but with 5 is one of them coming to mind. They had a few more things that they wanted to add to the game. They didn't want to see half-assed.
Mm-hmm.
So they pushed it back, gave that extra amount of polish, and now it's, I think besides Tetris and Minecraft, the 3rd highest selling game of all time.
Did it get leaked that it was coming out, or was this the actual rollout of this, hey, we're announcing our game? Because it seemed like I thought I seen it.
They showed a picture of it, like 2 different pictures, 3 days before they actually announced it.
Because I thought maybe it was something they just had to announce it because it got leaked. Because you think about it, if they delay it, not shortly after they announce it, you would think it's kind of weird.
I could see either or happening.
I think it was in October, November when they actually announced Red Dead Redemption 2. Right?
Okay, so it's been a little while.
Okay. Yeah, and then it was supposed to come out now.
I know I've seen some screenshots, and I mean, as anyone could say, like, it was a fantastic looking.
Yeah, they had that trailer.
Yeah,
and then they said, "Hey, we're going to delay it, but to make it a little bit better, I'm going to show you a couple screenshots." And
curb the appetite.
Yeah,
Red Dead Redemption was good though. I only played it that one time. And I made it through the whole game. I didn't get to play the Undead Nightmare, but
GTA and Wild Wild West, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
like, my time on the game was really fun, like hunting critters and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
I definitely played the hell of it. I thought it was like the greatest game that ever made. And then the ending. I beat it. And immediately went Trader Judy, and it hurt me so bad. Rip John Marston.
Rip.
Garrett, you? Listen.
call me whatever. I go by both.
Then we got a Holtzman.
Yeah, so yeah. As far as Red Dead Redemption, I played a little bit of the first one, but I have not beat it. Definitely another game, again, on my backlog that I want to go back catch up on, especially before the second one comes out. But and given they've pushed it back, obviously I have more time.
Well, it's not actually Red Dead Redemption. It's not actually the first one. They had Red Dead and then Red Dead Revolver.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, they're all connected.
Yeah. I remember
Wild
that.
West.
Yeah. I didn't know that though.
But Red Dead Redemption is the newest one. Other than
Yeah,
the new one
and then
right
I think because they've done so well, they're actually sequelizing.
That's pretty neat to see a game do so well. I mean, everybody I know, even people who don't play games, unanimously, it's all the time. It's always Red Dead Redemption. You hear Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, on the Gamecast.
Gamecast 2.
Yeah, Gamecast 2. I had a Gamecast once.
Is that a GameCube or a Dreamcast?
I told you it was a Gamecast.
Okay, man. Whatever.
No, just like on a plug
Now
and
the Boo
tangent,
Baby!
something y'all can enjoy. A lady I work with, we were talking about Mario. She goes, "Yeah, I used to play Mario on the PlayStation." I'm like, yeah, you did.
Somebody had a conversation with that. He was telling me they played God of War on the Xbox.
Yeah.
No, the fuck you didn't.
No, that's wrong.
It wasn't God of War. I don't know what you played.
Gears of War, maybe, but
No, it was a guy.
Yeah, it was- Kratos and
I
everything.
swear it was Xbox.
it was ducked behind cover. Kratos was killing stuff, and Marcus Phoenix was also shooting. You just crossed like 6 lines.
6 lines. But what else is coming out soon? I know Crash Bandicoot.
Insane trilogy.
Mhm.
Tina is definitely looking forward to
My
that.
wife wants it. She
Yeah.
don't even like games. She wants Crash
So
Bandicoot.
it is 3 games?
Yes, it is. The way I read it, it is the first 3 games remastered completely. This means like they have new story mode, a new storyline, more story than what was in the previous.
I don't know anything about Crash. I know
They're good
I know
games.
I don't know anything about the story, but I know the gameplay as a kid. That
I
was really,
beat the
I
first
loved it.
3. I never got farther than that. I always wanted to, but it seemed like after those 3 games, they did so well. But it's like once they went to PS2, it's kind of like, you couldn't find them or no one wanted to play them. But the first 3 games were really fun, and it was Naughty Dog also, early Naughty Dog. And even though, early in games like that, you didn't see story. So it was neat to see, something that wouldn't usually have story on a platform game like that have something. So I'm getting ready for it. I'm getting excited. I want to see where they go, what they add. And that's it. Why are you smiling at me?
I was thinking about just like little blooper thing. That. Also, in Uncharted 4, it caught me by surprise to actually play.
Oh, yeah,
A
Crash!
level
I
of
forgot about that.
Crash.
Yeah, playing Crash.
I did have to do dishes.
Me too.
It had been so long since I played. What you do in that one is they sit down, eat supper. I think Elena cooked, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna do dishes," or something like. The conversation went that way, and then Nathan, he had a PlayStation, and he was like, "Well, I'll play you for it. Whoever gets a higher score, you gotta play the first level of Crash Bandicoot."
Oh, that's
I
cool.
did not get the higher score.
I got close, but I didn't get it. I died.
I did.
I wouldn't.
3 times.
Oh, I didn't get a
Pretty
game
much.
over. I
No.
made past it, but I made it on my last. I knew I had to buckle down and play for real.
Oh yeah.
I act like I'm just some hardcore gamer. No, I just played it a lot as a kid, like Crash Bandicoot 2, and all them. Crash Bandicoot 3 is the one I had least experience with, but Crash Bandicoot 2 is my first game I ever had on my PlayStation. So that was, and I didn't have a memory card, so I literally
Oh,
had to
man.
start the game
Leave it on.
and beat it. No, there was no leaving it on. I didn't
Oh.
want it to overheat, so I would beat it in one setting.
How long the games are they? 'Cause, it's been so long, I don't even
Well,
remember.
Naughty Dog's not known for their length.
Yeah. Even
Um,
probably
you
back
could
So
then.
I'm gonna start calling my dick Naughty Dog.
I think the second one I could beat in
Just
probably 3 hours. We're gonna edit that part out.
like Game Raider killed himself that day for a joke.
I want to apologize.
Oh man. That's
What
cool.
else comes out in June and July?
Man, it's summer. Like,
Yeah, there ain't
January.
many at all.
No, Final Fantasy, July. Final Fantasy 12.
Oh yeah, Zodiac.
Yeah, I think that's in July,
Is
if
it
I'm
July?
not mistaken. Yeah.
A few things about that. Besides the audio and visual upgrades, they don't want. We don't have to necessarily purchase the licenses. If y'all hear a kid screaming in the background, it's my daughter. So, Yara, you probably know her. Tina screams.
Game Grade of the Family Man.
Oh yeah, automatic. Yeah, but they done away with the license system. like you don't have to purchase to be able to be good with spears or whatever. You just have job classes. I know Green Meanie was extremely excited to find that out.
I don't know. I mean, I'm always excited when job classes come in. I've always liked job classes in the Final
I don't
Fantasy
think
system.
I've ever played a Final Fantasy with job class. Maybe 10-2.
Yeah, 10-2 was a job class. It was just called differently. It was dress spheres.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, the dress sphere system, which was job class. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I hate seeing something that was what made the game be took out. Like, licensing was okay in the game. There were better fundamentals in other Final Fantasies, but it was still what made the game, Final Fantasy 12. So I'm glad to see a job class coming in because I always love job class, but I hate also seeing the licensing system go, if that makes sense.
Well, I don't know much about it to actually speak on it.
Well, what I remembered about it, it was just you gained experience and points. Yeah, it was a grind, but you got experience and you could purchase, like each character had their own little grid, and you just leveled up that grid, and you got occasionally better and better and better and better and better. But I'm willing to give this a shot. I'm not mad about it. Just I hate seeing. I wish they would give you. You remember in Final Fantasy X and 10-2 collection, you could do the jumbled up, like Master Grid. Yeah, Master Grid. Now I can't even talk. Yeah, it was the international version. They had like a different way that you did things. But you can also go back to the original Sphere Grid, and I like that. They give you kind of a choice to change things up. I wish they would do that with this one, but I haven't heard anything else that they... I think this is...
I actually haven't kept up with it much. I liked 12, but I didn't put near as much time into it as was needed, or even you, to master. I was like, fuck killing Yasmit for 8 hours to get a greatsword that's weaker than
the final weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up putting 350 hours in the game.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
that's a typical Final Fantasy though game, right? Like, I mean,
no, a typical Final Fantasy is anywhere from 150 to 160 hours.
Oh, okay. Well,
you can put more, like Final Fantasy X. If you max out the Sphere Grid, it could literally take you. Final Fantasy X, I think, was the game I put the most hours in. I think it was 650 hours that I put into one Final Fantasy. That was one Final Fantasy game. I would literally come home and play it till the time I went to bed. And I played Final Fantasy X probably every night for...
I played it multiple times.
At least a year, 2 years. I would literally get home, play it, level up. I never did even finish mastering the Sphere Grid.
And I've done the 100% Sphere Grid, 255 everything once. Never again.
Yeah. I know that had to be rough.
Oh my god.
Final Fantasy 12, it is a remake though, like from...
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a remake.
Was it called Zodiac Age?
Yeah.
Back then?
No, back then it wasn't.
Okay.
This is, I think the reason they made it the Zodiac Age is just like what we said before, they're changing some things that wasn't in the original game.
Okay. So it's going to be kind of like its own new experience. I mean, you
in
obviously
a way,
know a lot that's going to be coming, but you're going to get some
I
new
hope we see
experiences.
like new bosses. Maybe a new summon. I would be happy to see a new summon. And I'm dreading 350 hours.
This might be a dumb question, but Final Fantasy, when did they turn away? They're not all turn-based, right? Or
Technically speaking,
The true Final Fantasies are.
okay. Well, that's why I remember, because like the originals, but now, because I know like 15 ain't. I've seen,
yeah, 15 was probably the first one that wasn't
open world.
a turn-based RPG.
Okay.
Probably.
There you
Even
go.
13 was.
Game balance. Ditch the classic random counter system. In other games, this is Kato, who the fuck that is. Zodiac Age producer, Hiraki Kato. I guess, hopefully I didn't damage his name. In other games, we would go into a battle suddenly where Final Fantasy 12, you saw enemies and you moved toward them through the field. It's a real-time battle system, big departure from the classic. Okay, that was another one. We overhauled the game balance so it would be easier for players, closer to the feel of the classic Final Fantasy titles. It's got trial mode. If you're a hardcore Final Fantasy fan who's unhappy, I'm getting this from Polygon. Who's unhappy about Square Enix making the game easier? Don't worry. We've got you covered with a new option called Trial Mode. Trial Mode is a completely separate menu option from the main game. The players will be able to load in their save data to use the parties they've leveled up. The goal in Trial Mode will be fight through 100 battle scenarios, each increasing in complexity and difficulty. High-speed mode. While the wild open zones and tons of paths and side quests were impressive in 2006, they also led to players getting lost, getting frustrated when they had to backtrack. I definitely, I don't even think the strategy guide had a map, right?
I don't think so.
Or it was just like in a continent,
Mm-hmm.
but no smaller maps. I definitely got lost in playing through the game in that. Whereas players can move much faster now by holding down a button. Despite Kato's mention of limitation of the PS2 hardware, high-speed mode was also in the International Zodiac job system version of the game, which was on PS2. Faster movement will include better guide features so players don't get lost, and do autosave between maps so it's a little less painful when you die in the middle of nowhere. You got to save recently. Quality of life improvement. Job system. We were speaking about that a moment ago. If you didn't guess it already, the name International Zodiac Job System version of the game incorporates a job system. A recurring feature in the Final Fantasy games, the job system allows you to assign one of the dozen or so roles to a character, providing them with unique skills and stat growth opportunities, depending on which job you choose. The original Final Fantasy XII system used a license board for character growth. As you leveled up, you unlocked abilities and stat boosts on a giant board. However, every character used the same board, and by the end of the game, every character ended up the same. I didn't really like that, right? But whatever. I guess it's the same way with Final Fantasy X. Everybody essentially learned all the black and white magic spells. Up to you. When you progress through the original game enough, you'll notice that all the characters basically become Superman. The job system makes the game more interesting for the characters. Each job has different abilities, so you can really customize your party and enjoy character growth through those jobs. The jobs of Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age will include everything from Archer to Knight to series mainstay Red Mage.
That's pretty neat.
High-def visual upgrade. It's a game well behind it. Ahead of its time in 2006, a much better chance now to be received. And that's basically it.
Well, that seems like a big overhaul. I mean, a lot compared to...
System.
I was really hoping maybe we could see some new espers, but, if not, that's fine.
Yeah.
You still get plenty. I think there's 12 of them. Zodiacs.
You gotta tie each of them to one person, or not necessarily one person, but a person.
Yeah.
Each, right? Something like that. No, baffles are only 20.
Really? Where's this at?
Oh shit! Why is it bringing up my ISIS Facebook?
And he was arrested on this day.
22-year-old fictional character.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's about person. How do you know he was 22? I thought he was older.
Yeah, me too.
Because fuck fine.
Yeah. I don't mean to say but I'm trying to think what else is going on in the gaming world. There's so much going on, really. Switch just dropped.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Was it?
No. Yeah, February. So 4 months ago.
February? I feel like it was like March.
I think it was March. Yeah.
Was it March?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was March.
Because
I remember Breath of the Wild.
Well, it's
released
still almost.
with it.
It's almost 3 months.
Yeah.
I know it had to be late February.
We're
early March.
1 week behind in the 3 months. So
3 months.
I know I still don't own one, but
Me neither.
I mean, and really, I think a lot of people are that way. I mean, a lot of people bought it because of Breath of the Wild. But I think it's one of those things, the ones that didn't get it is because there's not a lot of games out.
March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Okay.
So
yeah,
3 days from
literally
now, it's going to be
about
3 months old. I know. I think the last time we actually cut a podcast or cut a Gamerz Gamble episode, we were actually talking about the Switch about to come
I'm trying
out.
to call it Gamerz Cast with a Z.
Oh,
We're
I
getting
will.
edgy.
Yeah, it's getting insane. But I know then I said I was going to get one. I since changed my mind, and I ended up not getting one.
I just want to say, wait till games come out for it. You think this fall? I think it'll be a real big hit for it.
Yeah. I don't know if I would actually get Legend of Zelda for it. I say that. I mean, I would instantly be a hypocrite because I probably would.
Well, you can get it for the Wii U, right?
Oh, I have it for the Wii.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's right there.
Oh yeah.
But I want Super Mario Odyssey, and that I don't know why that would be like a big game system seller to me.
Mario always sells.
Yeah.
For something, I love every Mario
They're
game.
comparing it. We could go on a whole long tangent about Breath of the Wild. Love to. We should probably do that for another one. I feel like that would be a whole episode. But anyway, I said that. But the developers for Super Mario Odyssey, they've compared it's going to be revolutionary, like the Super Mario 64.
We'll just see. That's a bold
The
statement.
same thing was said for Breath of the Wild, and for the most part, yeah, it's a massive world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But-
Massive.
That doesn't necessarily make it a game.
I think even another big game they're supposed to be bringing to Switch is Skyrim.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I don't know if that's still in the works, but
But it's not the new one. It's the 2011 one.
how would you feel though with a Skyrim on a handheld? I mean that's before Destiny.
Okay,
that was the
well-
one game I put the most time in.
that's true, 100%.
Yeah.
Same here for me.
So doing it again, I don't know.
I found out about the Switch, and I was really excited. You know I was.
Oh yeah, they pointed the game greater.
Yeah, I did. And then it was well, Zelda Breath of the Wild's coming out. And then it said, well, it's coming out on the Wii U also, because it was originally supposed to be a Wii U title game anyway. So I was like, okay, well, I can still buy it. I'll buy it for the Switch instead. But
Because
then
the Switch will be more powerful. It'll obviously run the game better.
right, obviously. So then I started looking at more game titles. Skyrim. The game came out 5 years ago. I done played it. I done beat it. And I know I'm not, look, for all the Skyrim fans that are about to foosraw me in the face, I like Skyrim. But for me, it's one of those games where I can literally play it on any platform I want to. So why am I going to wait 6 years to play a game that you can play on Xbox One, you can play on PS3, you can play on Xbox 360, you can play on PS4, you can
First
play
off,
on
I'm going
PC.
to call bullshit on that one. There's no way Skyrim is playable on PS3.
Well, you know what I'm...
Yeah.
You got me on that.
You can install it. It just won't work out.
No, I played it and beat it on PS3.
It's probably much buggier.
It was buggy. It was pretty buggy. Well, the way I remember it. But,
I mean, on 360, there was some stuff I couldn't finish.
when I got
No,
my
that's true.
PS4
Like the,
and looking at games.
The white...
Was it the white one?
Windhelm one?
I remember there was one mission where I was supposed to go in a cave, and the cave had caved in. Because I had done a previous mission that if I hadn't done, it had done the one before that, you couldn't progress any further. Like the
Even if
objective
you
was
don't
behind that
download the,
rubble.
like the patches for the Xbox One or PS4 version, I'm fairly certain if you pick up a horn for the Bard's quest line, like, it'll never activate still to this day without the patch.
Huh.
PC Master Race confirmed.
Yeah, definitely.
They fixed that.
But you got a game that's 5 years old. Mind you, it's one of the biggest games of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So everybody who has done played it,
It sold about 13 million.
well, everybody who's going to, that's 13 million people 5 years from now. No one knew is going to buy this game. Except people who's never heard of Skyrim, which I'm sure is a lot less than the people who have already bought the game and played it. Everybody who has bought the game has already bought it. Especially being 5 years old. Now, waiting for your tangent, because I'm ready to hear it, there's another game that's like 25 years old, or 24 years old. I played it on my Super Nintendo. I played it on my PlayStation 2. I've even
Was
played
it
it...
on PS3?
Oh, it was the Anniversary Collection.
I'm sure they had anthologies.
I played it on my 360. Remember when they updated the game and gave it like new color design and new like
It's on PS3 also.
PS3 also. So now we have Ultra Super Fighting Bomber Street Fighter 2.5, 3 extra Alpha 5.
The lines you just crossed. Like,
Go ahead,
so
Phil.
many prepositions.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know why anybody would try to waste $40. It's $40. A 24-year-old game. There are multiple. You can use the 1994 graphics, or you can use the 1999 graphics. It looked like Street Fighter Alpha 3. Those were built into it. They added, doing quotation thing, 2 characters, Evil Ryu and Angry Ken.
Is that really Angry Ken?
I think that's what it's called.
I'd be angry too.
Like, you name me fucking Angry Ken. Anyway, I don't know, like...
Them eyebrows, though. He always looks angry.
Yeah. If you can justify that, I don't ever want to hear anyone complaining. If you bought that freaking game, I don't want to hear you talking about how PS4 and Xbox One is just a remastered generation. They added a new mode where you're first-person Ryu. I thought it was going to be all for those 13, 14 characters, how many they added for Ultra Street Fighter. Or characters are in it. But you only play as Ryu, and you do the Hadouken, and people are running at you. That doesn't warrant a $40 purchase to me. But Capcom's continued support of the Switch is dependent on that. So people, I don't know. Somebody buys that game and they ever complain about how remasters are killing gaming, shut the fuck up.
Example number 1 right there.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 people on my mind right now. Whatever, not gonna name them. I don't give a shit. It's stupid. When the game was announced, it was stupid. People buying it.
Now, if they would have, do you think it would have been different if it had like a $10 price or maybe even $15?
Oh man, $10, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ever bought it for $40. I would have looked at it and been like, I just remember like old Street Fighter. Once you beat it, that was it. There was no endings. You just beat the game. No, not in the first Street Fighter 2. It wasn't. If you beat the game, it just ended credits. And then they put endings in Super Street Fighter 2.
Oh.
I don't know.
When they added T-Hawk and Kenny.
Yeah. But the first Street Fighter, I remember getting so mad because I would actually binge play Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 just so I could see like the ending and see what happened to the character that I beat the game with. And then Street Fighter 2 is like, you beat it and...
Capcom is, I think they're still carrying that to this day.
Yeah.
Just a lack of content for games. Street Fighter 5 release, which has me worried about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Mm-hmm. Which I finally bought Street Fighter 5.
Did you? Oh,
I did.
He's got to come.
I got it. I beat it, or I got it for like $15 off of PSN. It was on sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I played it, and I don't know. It just lost me. It, like what you said, it was just, you want to play as this character, purchase this.
Yeah.
It's like I just bought the game. Why do I have to like get so many points to unlock this character? Like, you can't just go buy them online. You can't. You have to buy like and get your points up. It was weird.
You got to play the game to buy people.
Yeah.
Did it come out last year?
It did.
Okay. So I know this right now.
We're on season 3 right now.
Oh, okay.
Of DLC characters.
But I was just saying, we got a lot of fighting games. I mean, that since it came out last year, I can use that as an example. But you know, I got Tekken coming out, and you got.
I think it actually
did it
just
already
released
come
this week.
out? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and Akuma is one of the playable characters.
Yeah, it did actually. I believe you're right.
I wasn't going to buy that. I am now.
You didn't know Akuma was in it? They showed off a gameplay of him fighting Hiachi.
I don't know who that
Because
is.
they actually
His
confirmed
old
that.
guy, I think.
Yeah,
right?
the old guy with
the
the...
white hair.
Oh, from Soul Calibur?
He's in Soul Calibur, but he's from
PlayStation
Tekken.
version?
Yeah, he's from Tekken. But they confirmed that Street Fighter and Tekken are in the same universe. They are connected.
Oh, the fuck isn't Shadow Lu fucking up some Tekken people? Like in
Well,
Bison?
they talk about it in Street Fighter X Tekken, or was it Tekken X Street Fighter?
That. But I was totally against that whenever they had... they legitimately had characters in the game locked on disc. And was going to release them later on for money.
Didn't they stop that, though?
After that, massive backlash, yeah.
That's what I thought. Now, I knew there was supposed to be 2 games coming out. There was the Tekken X Street Fighter.
That has literally not been spoken of
since...
Like, they announced it maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, I just remember hearing about it. There were going to be 2 games. The first one was, what, Street Fighter X Tekken, right?
Come out 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They announced it at the same time.
And then you never heard...
Nope.
They never came back. what do you feel about the $40 sticker price for Street Fighter 2? Now I know you ain't much of a fighter. You don't
No, I
play
mean I
fighting
did play him, but not as far as that one. No, but
You're not much of a
he
fighter.
just could tell from
games. Do you even thus live?
No, I do real fighting. I don't do that.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
My bad.
No, $40 price. I mean, for a 24-year-old, 25-year-old game. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Hey, that is pretty high. I mean, no matter what game it is, coming from that.
Now, if it came with like 8 games, still $20.
Oh yeah, I mean, I agree. $20. I can see people pay for that. Which I mean, like I said, probably people pay $40 and not think twice about it. But you're still buying a 25-year-old game.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one more thing I'm going to add. I get that Street Fighter has turned into this big, like, competitor type. People that want to spend $20 or $40 on a game. Not mentioning a few, but more than likely, the only ones that are going to buy this game are the people who are competitive for Street Fighter. Most of them.
I'm fairly certain that it's not going to be the version that's going to be played at EVO.
I'm sure it's not going to be.
I say this, and I've said my thoughts on pre-owning the Switch. It may change if I actually ever get one, which I probably will. I did eventually buy a Wii. How were the controls? Have any of y'all ever used the Switch?
I have used the Switch.
So
I have not used one.
I've not heard the kindest thing said about the controls.
On the handheld itself? Or using
just as the Joy-Cons.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They're not as responsive as they. Now, granted, you can spend an extra $70 for a fucking controller.
Yep. And that's people were really. I remember when it first came out, people were upset about that because that's something that should have been included with it. Because it was a very important thing to have, really, if you're going to be playing. Like if it docked and you want to play with the I don't know.
Well, I'm not. Look, to our audience, I'm not trying to be negative on the Switch. I'm just glad I held off on it. There's a lot of complaints right now. One is it's scratching the screen when it gets docked.
Yep.
That's actually a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's happened, but I don't know if that's.
I mean, I'm sure it's not happening to like everybody,
right.
But it is something that's happening.
Because the way it is a plastic holder. You put it in there with the screen front. It's. They could have put felt there. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to bash it either, but that's just something they could have done.
Maybe we'll see it in maybe
an overthought.
Yeah.
And maybe these. And now I've heard these are things that are going to release later on, and maybe the 0.2 version of it. They always release 6 months after its release. Another wave of the the product that they're selling. So maybe we'll see something that kind of fixes that.
What about the Joy-Con too? Didn't they have a problem with that one? Like one of them didn't register right?
The V-Syncs.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a manufacturing thing.
Yeah.
Whoever was manufacturing it, all you have to do is send it off, and they'll send it to you fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you just play with your Pro controller to then.
So I'm kind of glad I waited on it because someone told me there was going to be some problems when it first came out, but turns out, and what we were actually getting at is. There is no new game title other than the 1-2 Switch.
Announced games or games that you can play anywhere else.
Right.
Bomberman.
Yeah.
Splatoon. Splatoon is coming. It's not out yet, but another Splatoon game is coming.
Splatoon 2.
Well, Splatoon 1's coming on Switch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Check on your Google.
Come here, Google.
On your Google.
Yeah.
It's like his own personal Google.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Switch. So I don't know once. I can't say anything against it, but
I will probably buy mine after I buy my PS Pro, Destiny 2 PS Pro bundle.
there you go.
It hasn't been confirmed.
It just says Splatoon 2.
Okay, well it might be Splatoon 2 then. Someone might have told me wrong. Thanks, S. Jeeves.
This reminds me of it. I'm pretty sure in the one, either the latest Game Informer or the one before it, they were talking about the top 100.
We are not partnered or paid by.
Yeah. But they're talking about the top 100 games, RPG games. And I was shocked at number one, if I remember right. Well, I'm not really shocked.
Is that the recent Game Informer?
It was either the most recent or the one before it. But it was, I want to think, it was actually Skyrim that got number one. And I love that game. I mean, it beat out I'm trying to think of some ones that...
Legends of Dragoon, possibly.
Witcher 3, beat out that. See, Right.
Triggered.
Right. I have not played that game. But that would be one of those games, from what I hear, could definitely be number one. And that just was shocking.
I'm not paid by CD Projekt Red, but when I was playing Witcher 3 the whole fucking time, not necessarily that game, but as good as The Witcher 3 is two things. The reason why RPGs are my favorite genre, and Witcher 3 is so good, is the reason I continue to play games. Case in point, period. Games Cast over. Like,
It beat out Mass Effects too, which I think Mass Effect. Do you think that was a broad, like a huge group of people play, or is it like certain people like Mass Effect? Because it is its own style game.
it is. It is definitely. And I will say this. One, my daughter is named after a character in Mass Effect. Mass Effect is to video games is what Star Wars is done to movies, and Star Trek's done for television. That is the video game equivalent. The original trilogy. I'm still enjoying Andromeda, but small tangent. When you announce that you're not going to add any single player game, there is, and I guess that's a stupid way of thinking for me, but if you don't want me to continue to put in and grind out everything, tell me there's not going to be anything later on. No support for it. Not the single player. Now they're still doing multiplayer battles and whatever. But if they're not going to have any single player DLC, that will kill my drive to 100%.
Yep. I mean, not to jump subject, but another one like that they don't plan on having any DLC, but I think they are working one now, is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right?
Yeah, they said no DLC, because I guess they didn't really realize how many people was going to be playing this game and how people was going to enjoy it, but I think that's what the thing is now. They're about to be working on DLC for that game, which is awesome.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I would love to see a multiplayer, to play together.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't see that. But maybe Horizon Zero Dawn 2,
Well,
maybe?
there is definitely be a sequel from what I hear. So
Sequel and they said they're going to be standalone DLC.
I'll be down with
Anyway, I'm excited to get the Switch. Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I am excited about getting the Switch. I'm just going to wait a little while until they work out the bugs and kinks. Because I don't want to buy a $300 game system in it. Not.
I was going to get it. I still have the money for it. But when you add in all those extra accessories, it literally, I said literally, doubles the price. It doesn't come with any game. The accessories, you have to get another controller if you want to play, I guess, with precision, an extra controller. And the controller it came with, they fixed it now, but it did have desyncing issues. I saw no reason besides that to blow it. But people who do have it, I love you for it.
What do you think about this fall? I bet you'll see bundles.
They've already announced a Nintendo Splatoon 2 bundle.
Okay. Well, okay.
I didn't want a Splatoon 2. I wanted Mario Odyssey.
They'll have that.
That's probably when I'll buy my Switch.
Super Mario Odyssey?
Yeah.
I concur.
I'll probably buy it with the Switch. Of course, my next subject, or my next big system is going to be the Pro. But we'll talk about that later on.
Why would you get a Pro who can't even run Destiny 2 like 60 frames a second?
Oh, I can.
Triggered. No.
Get a PC.
Yeah, that's just there you go. Yeah, let's get a PC. I know that's a whole other subject, but did y'all know those PCs were $3,500 PCs that was running Destiny 2?
No, I didn't know. They said they weren't high tech. If $3,500 PCs aren't high tech, god damn it.
What I've seen, I
will
a picture.
never PC.
It was $3,500, and it was only running the Destiny 2 at
60.
Medium settings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you can go to Ultra. And the only way you get Ultra, they had one graphics card that is about a $700 graphics card, and the only way to get Ultra settings is to run two of those. And they call them original together.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I mean, you're adding another $700 to a $3,500 PC. Another tangent. That's crazy.
Right.
The monitor itself was $1,300. That's
it's
sad.
It's the biggest of YouTubers and the biggest of Twitch
Oh,
streamers
for
that
sure.
are actually going to be.
That'll be using those. Because what do you think about a lot of them already have that probably they could run basic.
I do want to close that out with the Destiny 2, but what do you think the population split is going to be now?
People going to PC. I know I said we can talk about this when we get into Destiny talk, but right now the way they've talked is Destiny 2 has been delayed in PC. The only thing I've actually heard recently is they might be not cross-save, but there might be like a character port. So like if you basically are playing PC, you play the main PC, you can get it on PS4. You can play until it releases on PS or PC, and then port your character over. So that way you still get
everything.
Well, no, I don't think so, because you basically move everything you've done over one time. You can't do cross save or anything. It's just that one port over. That way you can still enjoy it and keep up with everyone else. But if you do plan it on PC,
that's how the jumpstart for PC players. Like, I'm only going to buy it once on PC, so
yeah,
it's not me. That's
and that's what they were saying is Bungie, if they do that port over deal, it would work out for them because then they could get 2 sales: a PC sale for Destiny 2 and also console PlayStation 4. That way they stay in parity with everybody else.
Would they be able to do that with Xbox to PC?
I'm sure they would be able to.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. You would think they would, but then again, I don't know with the deal they have with Sony that would play into it. You would think either one would be able to go to PC.
Right.
And if anything, I would honestly think Xbox would be more so doing it with Microsoft or PC.
Play anywhere.
Yeah, because they play
not.
anywhere. But apparently that's not the case with Destiny. So I didn't get that.
Digital Foundries, I don't know if y'all are subscribers to them on YouTube, but with the specs, they actually went there to do massive reveal of the specs for Scorpio, and he said even Xbox Scorpio won't be able to run Destiny 2 on PC. I mean, on 60 frames a second.
I figured that only because of Xbox One would probably hold it back. Because I think they've already said, well, actually, Xbox or Microsoft said that the console itself, they don't have any kind of decision making about if a game can run 60 frames per second. It's based on the developer. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the game Destiny 2 probably could run at 60 frames per second, according to Microsoft. Then again, going back to the Bungie might not allow it because you don't want a game, like especially a multiplayer game. So your higher end console runs 60 frames per second. Your lower console runs 30 frames per second. Because then you've got a disadvantage Crucible.
They would have
to multiplayer.
They would definitely have. They would have to split. People would argue the servers 5 ways.
Yep.
PC, Xbox original,
Shotgun through walls. That's for you golf.
PS4, and then
it would be wild. And people are even talking that supposedly PC is going to be on another server and by itself, but again, we just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be something we'll find out.
Well, we got a few more months.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah.
I think it comes out, 2 days after my birthday?
Nobody gives a shit.
So, Melody, if you hear this, I know what I want for my birthday.
Tag her.
Yeah. Listen to this time.
I know we got another game here we was going to talk about. Is Prey. Didn't we talk about that? You said you're going to?
I mentioned like one of the games that started.
Started, that's right. Okay.
You want to take this one?
Man, for those who do get it, or even were thinking about it, it definitely starts off slower than I would have liked. I would say just do the main missions up until, and I guess it's like, not really necessarily spoilers, but it's a seller for the game. It is definitely in the shadow of, I don't know, what would you call like the Shock series and the Deus Ex games? Those kind of first-person, open, I guess, sandbox RPGs. Oh, are they really real RPGs? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you can call them an RPG, yeah.
They definitely stand in the shadow of not being near as good until you can put points into the Typhon powers. And that's when it takes its... I guess it steps out of the shadow and becomes its own thing. The shadow that Prey casts isn't going to be near as big as those other Shock games and I guess Deus Ex. But it definitely casts a shadow, and I enjoy. With the Bioshock, I've not played System Shock or System Shock 2, but Bioshock trilogy I played, and I kind of just powerhoused my way through it, not necessarily thinking too much about the battles. Prey, I was using every resource to overcome even the smallest battles. Once you try to wrench your way through, once that's your melee weapon, you're going to die a lot. But when you start luring stuff away to kill them with environments or... Man, you make me want to cut this podcast short and just play it. Like, it becomes its own.
Now, is it a horror game?
I get scared so often. Prey, the enemies will never be in the same place whenever you come back. They will spawn whenever you leave areas and then come back. I guess that's cool because you don't want to just be playing through
With all the
lifeless
enemies
areas.
already dead.
Yeah. Lifeless areas. But
That's cool.
yeah. And they'll never be in the same spot. You'll hear when you're around one because the mimics will know that you're coming up and you'll hear them transform. But it's unlike some splicers where you'll hear like them dragging something across the ground, or you'll know you can set up and then lead to it. Man, it was beautiful. But the big nightmare creature, after you get a certain point in the game, and not necessarily you keep putting points into, it allows for different, the trophies do, for you to play all human, but you start becoming more alien when you put points into Typhon power. So the turrets, they'll start attacking you. I was terrified of that. Don't be. Like, put points into being a Typhon. Like, get out from the Bioshock games, play Prey, and you will not regret it. The powers are different. You taking damage and then putting more, and then healing you and putting points into powers, fire resistance. All the dead people where they're on the station, you can turn them into Typhon, and you'll have your own humanoid Typhon.
Now, how long will they follow you?
From 30 seconds to a couple minutes to indefinite.
Indefinite.
And then, man, and the AI, I was sitting there fighting an electric Typhon, a humanoid one, mimic, and one of the other little spider mimics ran by and became lightning also. So, I mean, I didn't notice it. And I just started dying to lightning. Oh, man, the AI, I keep bringing it up. Anyway, the nightmare, right? I knew it happened, and I had just got done from another big battle. And that set piece right there, I don't know if it always just shows up or if it's just time or you get unlock so many new areas, because it's fairly open-ended. It's one of the more memorable spots of me having to calculate how I was going to move. I was about to burn this. It was something I will remember for gaming always. Just, it's terrifying and exhilarating, and I love Prey because of that.
I think that's one of the things you look for in a game too.
Oh.
If you have moments that you remember for a long, long time, it's a good game.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
you know,
I was listening to you. I was like a little kid listening to story time.
I tried not to ruin anything, but oh my god, like I was terrified, and I spent like an hour and a half in that spot trying to make my way out. I was going one way, and I realized I was just being closed-minded. Use everything that the game gives you, and you will come
probably
out.
will go home and play it for like an hour before bed. Who am I kidding? I got slow internet. I'll play it tomorrow.
you have slow internet.
No, it's not online or anything.
Oh, is it not? Well, I patch. I was
Oh,
talking about
okay.
patch support. I can't wait to play it. I'm excited about it. I can't really say much about it because I haven't got to play too much of it.
The same people who done that have played. You played a little bit of Dishonored, yeah?
Yeah, I
Same
bought
people.
Dishonored. Okay. Dishonored, I get so frustrated because I'm
Yeah,
trying to not
exactly.
kill anybody.
Remind me, and I will show you.
I watched the video. You
Okay.
showed me the video.
Oh my god, like that. That's the way that game's supposed to be fucking played, man.
Yeah,
That's
I watched the
the
video as
highest
soon as you
of
got that.
chaos.
I was like, that dude does not. That dude killed.
That
Everyone.
motherfucker, he took over somebody's body and put him in front of a bullet that they were shooting at him. Wow, like I didn't know you could do that.
It basically beat someone to death with their own skull.
Mm-hmm.
How's that possible? Oh no, it's possible.
In Dishonored. Move on, I guess. Is there anything else? Yeah, questions about Prey? I know you
No,
were-
no.
yes, but-
It's, yeah, just I have not played it either, but definitely after talking about it, makes me
Yeah.
want to play it now.
What was that? Justice 2. I guess Injustice, if you are ever concerned about Street Fighter, like not having any content, your answer is fucking Injustice. Or Injustice 2. Multiverse, cinematic story that lasted me exactly 5 hours. I'm not the greatest. I did die a few times. And it's got multiple playthroughs for you to pick 2 different characters. And
So about a 10-hour game.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the campaign, or cinematic story. And you got the multiverse, where you complete it, and you get epic gear, and if RNG is your thing, definitely. And plus, they change the way characters look. You can only hold about 50 per character. 50 per character, and that's 24 fucking characters. Destiny, where you at? But,
Not in Injustice 2.
Yeah. Man, that was just a wild ride. I love the cinematic story, and it's cool to have those mini stories of the multiverse. You can fix those characters up any way you want.
From what I've seen, I mentioned earlier, the facial animations on next level. Quality of the game looks fantastic. I actually have not played it either, but it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just from visually seeing it, looks amazing.
The gameplay is a little. I don't know if you played the other ones, but they definitely amped up the gameplay speed. I'm not sure about
Does
it.
it play kind of like a Mortal Kombat?
It does, but it doesn't. There's no block button. It's back. But that was also an Injustice.
That was a Street Fighter thing, too.
People will argue that. I see it all the time. Whether block is better or not. Mix-ups, jumps over, and whatever. Anyways.
When in
Man,
Rome.
I loved Injustice. We've seen Brainiac in there. I wish they would have kind of integrated Darkseid, because you could play him also into the story. But Brainiac, I wasn't a big fan of Brainiac, but in the story, I actually, for the first time, I felt Brainiac was a threat. And, man, it was good.
Now, Red
Another
Hood.
game. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
Go
that's
ahead.
Red Hood.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I know
it's coming out soon.
What,
Yeah.
June 8th, I've heard?
Something like that.
June 8th, June 7th, something like that.
I'm excited. Red Hood isn't my favorite, but Jensen Ackles did voice him. I don't know about him in this game.
That's cool. I did not know that.
And Under the Red Hood, the animated movie. Also, in that movie, he gets away in a Impala.
Oh, yes.
Throwback Supernatural.
Supernatural Worlds confirmed.
Yeah, right? So that's cool.
That is cool.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
I really wish, though, they would release a Marvel similar version. I think that would be kind of cool to play. Because, I'm not the biggest DC fan. I like DC and I read their comics. And I've met 2 or 3 people who's actually played Injustice 2, and they all say the same thing. The game is wonderful. And it's one of those games where, the same problem with my Mortal Kombat X. After I beat the game, it was I got lost. I didn't want to do anything because all the content, pretty much, you didn't get extra outfits, and you're not the only person that mentioned the other outfits that you can put. I think one of my friends from work actually put a Batman mask on his Joker. He got a Batman mask Joker, and he said that's what he uses to.
Online, I've seen a lot of people dressing their Joker up, from the Killing Joke.
Mm-hmm. So that's something that I'm interested in getting now,
And also,
just for the fact it gives me more to do.
it has transmog.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is cool.
What is that?
Transmogrification.
Oh.
It's you get stats on something that you really like, but you don't like the way it looks. So you can transmog it, and randomly it will look like another piece of gear, but keep the same stats.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
A lot of
Just
people want that for Destiny.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just throw that out there for Destiny 2, I mean,
right?
But I'm gonna get it soon. I'm really wanting it. I want to play.
It reminds me, I gotta play Chronic. I gotta play Chronic on it. I was talking some mad stuff. I'm gonna lose.
Is he pretty good?
I don't know. He's generally better at anything I've ever played him in. But, in Bite the Bullet, I'm not the best game fighting, but I'm gonna have to.
It wasn't Mortal
Superman
Kombat. He used to be really good.
it. Man, I would beat people behind my back.
I think that Tekken 7 comes with,
The pre-order, the
Joy
more
box,
expensive
you,
one.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, you get the controller
Like
and buttons.
arcade stick?
Exactly. And
This is the year for
It's
hardcore,
expensive,
like
but-
the fighting game. They're bringing back the joystick a lot. Where I think even Mortal Kombat X, you could buy a $200 version, and it came with.
it's
joystick.
$175 I believe,
Yeah.
this year. And actually, they said in tournaments, like Tekken tournaments, they would use that. I think this past year or recently they did swap to a controller, so they get
Oh,
that
yeah.
away with the because I guess it's something like Adam. he was saying that you could do like combos and stuff a whole lot easier on that Joy Box thing.
I said it's just so much more precise.
Yeah.
It's the fighting game equivalent to keyboard and mouse. Again,
PC Master Race.
Going into the fighting though, Marvel vs. Capcom, that was on there.
Oh yeah.
The roster got leaked. So
it was the same person who leaked that. The roster leaked the game before Capcom did. I didn't look at it too much, but did that two things. Did the leak for the roster get you excited about it? And with the amount of content Street Fighter V releases with, would you buy that day one Capcom Marvel vs.
No.
Capcom Infinite?
Not anymore. The last few Capcom fighting games that they've released, it just hasn't shown any. They're enjoyable, but they don't last long. It's like they're really setting up for a different audience. I'm not a competitive gamer. I'm more like a completionist. Like if I really love a game, I really want to complete it. I'm not competitive. Even when I play Destiny, I'm not trying to win. I'm just having a good time.
That's why I'm garbage at trials.
Me too. I mean, that's why I get excited every time I kill golf because it pisses them off. And it'd be like,
Right.
you threw a grenade and it hit the wall and it killed me.
I like to tease golf and tell them I throw that grenade a match ago.
actually, not to interrupt here, but about how like a grenade or a bullet kills you, but you may be in behind a wall. I actually listened to something recently about why that happens. It's called tick rate.
Mm-hmm.
And the tick rate like you have and the tick rate I have is different because of peer-to-peer. And so just because you are behind the wall doesn't mean on my end you aren't behind the wall. That's because like your tick rate going to wherever it goes, and mine is different. It's different.
I think
it's higher or
rate
lower.
You want it to be lower.
You do.
Right?
Yeah. And I guess the lower you have, the more in sync you are. So hopefully, again, Destiny 2 taught, but maybe in Destiny 2 they'll have that tick rate because of the way they're doing it. They're offloading some stuff to servers. So hopefully that will alleviate some of that problem.
Maybe so. I forgot what we were talking about. I got into Destiny. I'm thinking about that beta.
Man.
Marvel Capcom.
Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom. It's just, with Super Street Fighter Ultimate Fighting Bomber Edition Part 6 Alpha 5, with that coming out,
Well,
$40.
there's only 2 editions for Ultimate, for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There was that one, and then there was that second edition.
Well, no, where I'm getting at is like the last ones that have come out, they've been setting a different audience. They're setting up for more of the competitive players because they're the ones that mostly buy the game. Street Fighter V was the same way. It is set up completely for competitive players. Even with the story mode, I just feel like it's just a competitive nature type game, and that's fine. Whatever sells for your audience.
Well, that increases the longevity.
It does. But for me, I'm not a competitive player.
Yeah, I definitely like story.
I want to be casual. I'm a casual gamer. When I say that, I mean, I don't care if I play against someone and lose. I just want to play for the game, and if I can play with other people, then that's fun too. That's why I'll always be sucky at Friday the 13th, which we'll get on that here in a minute.
The roster got leaked. When's the release date for this game? Is there...
September.
Okay, so it's a little ways away. I was just thinking, again, it comes to my statement earlier, there's a lot of fighting games. I mean, I know of Tekken, Injustice, and then this one. So, like, for me to get this game, again, I'm not the same way with you, John. I'm not a competitive player. So to get a fighting game where it is kind of competitive scene, there's just a lot of games out there. Like, if I were going to get one right now, it'd be Injustice 2. All right, September 19th when it comes out. So, well, we already know that. I probably won't be playing that because there's another game coming out a little bit before that. But, yeah, so that's kind of my thing on it. It's just, there's a lot out right now, and Injustice 2 just really has my...
2017 is a pretty good fucking year to be a video gamer.
It really is.
It really is.
And, of course, another talk we'll do later, E3 is coming up, so don't tell them what we're going to see come here in about 2 weeks.
But that's all I got to say about it, really.
Yeah, not a lot to say, really.
I'm not gonna get it. If I see it on sale, I'll buy it.
Now you mentioned a second ago, go and talk about it, it's Friday the 13th.
Man, I'm so interested in it. I want it. Those of you who played it, which is just John, right?
It is.
Sell me on it.
Well, Glitch Day the 13th is...
Oh, I like it.
They had a patch today. Hopefully it got fixed. I got it 3 days ago, and since then I've only got to play 3 matches.
I heard the match making like times or.
I waited 10 minutes on one match.
Really?
Yeah, and when I would get into a match, I would just randomly get kicked or randomly get dropped. They really need to figure out a way, because a lot of people, and just to agree with what Garrett or Twisted said earlier, a lot of people are leaving the second they can't be Jason. They just want to be Jason. I believe there should be some type of penalty like they do in Paragon. If you leave Paragon, you cannot join another game until that match is over or your slot gets filled. Because every time you get on Paragon and you leave that match, because I got kicked from one a few weeks ago. I was on Paragon. And I could not join another match.
Is that ranked or is that any playlist?
That's any playlist. You leave, if you leave and there's still 15 minutes left on that clock, every time you go to click on, like, start a game, it'll be like, you have a game. Start it. Like, I believe
like
that's...
you can only join that game you left?
Yeah.
Until it ends, or someone else joins that game and fills your slot. Friday the 13th should do this. It gets really aggravating every time starting a new match and the host leaves because he's mad he's not Jason.
Yeah.
Should they buff the characters? I'm not sure which way. I don't know. I'm not sure of the balance to where you would be okay playing an Inky or...
Well, see, there's a problem. There's a lot more serious competitive gamers than there are casual. And they really set it up to where Jason really is hard to kill. He can be killed. I've actually seen a few videos where he did die.
Yeah, some reading right now.
Yeah.
But it is extremely hard to do. I think, exception for the Friday the 13th Part 8 Jason, I think he's really easy to kill. And I think they patched it since then.
You eventually get a shotgun. If you get the shotgun, it's not terribly hard.
Jason Part 9. He's so slow and bulky, he's very easy to kill. Now, I heard about the shotgun. In the videos I saw, it is easier to kill Jason with the shotgun, but it's still hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he can get away from the shotgun. Like, when you go to shoot, he can teleport. You know, he can get out of it. But as a whole, it's a fun experience. I played as Jason once. It's a lot of fun. He's slow. I prefer Part 3 and Part 2 Jason.
Can you pick which one you want to be?
Yeah, you can pick which one. The Part 3 and Part 2 Jason, they were still alive in the movies. This is a completely movie debate, so I'm not going to get on it long. So he can run. He's the only two Jasons that can run. Mm-hmm. They can't teleport as good, but they can run. So when they're trying to get away from...
that would be a terrifying sight. Jason running.
Yeah,
just don't look back.
But he can run. Now, I got killed by my own bear trap in one match. I was trying to outrun him, and I put the bear trap in a haystack, and I forgot where it was, and I stepped on it, and he destroyed my esophagus. The biggest problem with it, though, is the late wait times and glitching. I tried to kill somebody in a tent, and they popped up 15 feet in the air and started running around. I was throwing knives at them.
When I was watching it, I saw Jason. He destroyed a bed, so you couldn't get underneath it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of thought that went into it. I definitely like the idea.
They make it where they have some characters that's easier to get away from Jason, like stealth, where he can't sense you because you got pings.
Now you can level up your counselors, right?
Absolutely, you can even level up Jason, and as you level them up, you gain more perks.
Kill abilities, like way you kill people.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can actually unlock stuff like that.
Even weapons. And I think the last weapon you get from some Jasons are the machete.
Yep.
The first weapon you get is an axe.
I did find out Dylan, or Infinite Takedown.
There you go.
He actually said what he did was, because he's that type of guy, he don't like to get scared easily, which I understand. What he did was he just stayed crouched the whole time. And either maybe a particular Jason or all of them, he can't see you if you're crouched. Mm-hmm. And so, like, he said it takes forever to go.
Is invisible on the screen?
While he's crouched. Yeah. Only some characters, not all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of them have heavier feet. So you got to take that into account.
And Jason, too, can teleport, but it's like a cooldown like in Destiny. Like, once he teleports, he has to wait till it charges back, I think. Of course, I haven't
Now,
played it. I'm just talking about
Jason
this
has a mode called Rage Mode. And when he goes
This
into...
Friday the 13th, or is this
Oh, it's both.
Macintosh?
It's both. They have a Rage Mode, and when he goes into Rage Mode, nothing stops him. No door, no bear trap.
So he's just able to walk through it?
He just walks straight through it. I've actually played a match where someone actually went Rage Mode, and I was running from him. And while I was running in the house trying to get away from him, he was just going through the walls. And then I heard,
What was that? Oh.
So, it was a lot of fun. I hope they build up the glitches back, or, fix them, make it easier to play, because I would love to play with the Gamerz Gamble community on private matches instead of waiting and playing with people I don't know, because, like I said, right now, if someone leaves, we all get kicked. We all get kicked.
Really?
The ending for, counselors, you can either get away, or escape, right?
Oh, there's multiple ways.
And then, you can obviously die or survive the night, I think. Supposedly the match is 20 minutes.
Mm.
And, if you do happen to last the 20 minutes, a cop with a shotgun or somebody shows up, I mean, it might be different scenarios, different things, but...
Well, there's multiple ways. You can escape by water. You can escape by cops. You can, I think, escape by the woods. There's so many different ways to get away. Definitely enjoyable. It's only $40. You get a theme for it. The theme's awesome.
Is it a dynamic thing?
Yeah, it just shows Jason, and it's like, shh, shh, shh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I had the Resident Evil theme because it was...
I had that up until Friday.
Yeah?
Friday the 13th, yeah. I replaced it with Friday.
They said, too, about the music. As Jason gets closer to you, that music gets louder.
Oh
And so, if he's
And
really
when he
close to it, it's
sees you-
super loud.
It looks like a VHS tape where it's
Skipping.
it's a static. It's like,
Oh
shh.
god.
Wow.
And when he's on you, like I said, bear trap.
Hopefully it'll become cheap soon.
Yeah.
I think it will.
And I had a couple of things to say about it. I think about the not replayability, but where people are leaving to become Jason. I want to say it's because, after you've been a counselor, say, 2 or 3 times, obviously you're going to get that a lot, because it's, very rare you get Jason. Probably there's only so many times you can do that, and it's just, I got to escape somehow. Whereas Jason, it's going to be a different play every time,
Right.
Yeah, because everybody's going to be doing different
It's
things.
not always fun to play a mouse. Sometimes it's fun to play a cat.
Exactly, and it's going to get kind of, not to say boring, but not as fun if you're playing a counselor versus Jason. So that might be why, but I don't get why people back out. They should be a cool down.
Well, the people I've talked to about the game, it's kind of like what you said. I'm only going to play as Jason.
Yeah.
I'm only going to play as Jason. Well, there is something more than Jason. You're not just playing the game for Jason. This is a game where people can get together. It looks like it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Where friends can get together
Definitely
and have
with
a good
friends,
time.
I think it'd be even more fun.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like doing quick play. I would rather have a private match. So hurry up and buy the game, guys.
Right now.
Yeah, when you go home tonight. I know you got money.
Can't confirm. Twist of fate, cat to cat.
I don't know, these games keep coming out. It won't last very long. Another thing about it is the story comes out this summer. So, you're paying $40,
that'll
you know.
probably be whenever
For July, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. You're getting a story. It's
Now, I've heard, I cannot confirm, but I have heard that as you play the story, you're going to unlock more Jasons that aren't playable now. So, Jason X, maybe? He just wanted
that would be alright, but they need to, I guess, I don't know, maybe counselors, more counselors or something. Make it fun to be a counselor when you don't leave.
Or maybe
if they had
Freddy
Jason X, though,
Krueger?
you'll never be able to kill him. Jason X was the most, they're all hard to kill because obviously he's undead, but Jason X never died. Have you ever seen that movie?
He got fun in space, right?
Yeah, but I think then he landed on the windshield of the spaceship.
I'm just going to quote.
He was still there.
I'm just going to quote, "Hey guys, he just wanted his machete back." Actual quote.
I remember that.
The man died.
Yeah, that was a pretty. I liked that one. It was overly campy, but.
Hey guys, you want to smoke weed and have premarital sex? Actual quote.
God, the 80s are awesome.
Shut up. But that's all I got to say about Friday the 13th. Check it out, guys. Like I said, it's only $40. A lot of people, is it worth $40?
If you have people that's going to get it with you, I say so.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth it if you got a group of friends willing to get it.
So
If
what you're saying is I got to get Garrett Twisted to buy it for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much.
Give me the controller.
uh,
You got me. Dylan already kind of, like I said, my cousin Dylan, or Infinite Takedown, don't play mini games. He is playing that one, though.
Takedown, Turo.
Yeah. Kyle.
Pretty
Kyle.
sure. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Williams.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
I think.
and
No,
Lady
Ladybug.
said she was going to
Yeah,
get it.
Ladybug's getting it. So
And
we got a
that means-
group.
And that means once she buys the game, Max
Justin.
got it also. Cause they gave
So that's
it.
8. It can load 8 people.
I know just
7
two.
counselors and 1 Jason.
That'd be awesome. Can you pick Jason, or is it random?
Yeah,
in a
if
private
you
match?
are the leader, you can pick Jason,
Oh, okay.
counselors, or
That's
whatever, but I don't do that. I just put it on random.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I just think that's...
Yeah,
you know.
that could be swapped in and out, too.
And plus, I mean, if you're a completionist, having on private, it still stacks for you. So, if you want to complete it, you got friends, be like, hey, let me kill you. You know, I can... Or anybody, we can just keep letting you kill us, reload the game, keep letting you kill us, get them achievements.
Right.
You know, if that's something you want to do. Because I think one achievement is kill literally 1,200 counselors. That's a lot of counselors.
How many?
1,200. And Jason is, like, kill Jason, like, I think 700, 800 times. Yeah. Like, some of those achievements, it's going to take a long time and a lot of hours to do that. But that's all I got on that.
What about another one's Far Cry 5?
Well, I heard they're going into some trouble. Did I not hear that?
Something about a petition. They're trying to get it canceled.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking SJWs or whatever. I hate that. God. Kids these days would never have fucking survived in, like, before
Even the
2000s.
90s. Even the 90s.
Yeah. There were some people slightly whiny in the 90s, I imagine, but they never would have survived the 80s before. Yeah. But
Yeah,
like
I mean,
American, it's a cult, and they're trying to do an American Revolution, and it's based in Michigan.
actually Montana.
Okay, it was
Yeah,
in Montana.
Montana.
As far as you had what's his name from Far Cry 3? You know the definition to insanity?
I can't think of his name, but I know who it is.
Voss
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And then Payne. Those two were so charismatic. A cult, necessarily hold people against their will. I guess they eventually do. But to start a cult, you have to be so charismatic that people follow you blindly. Almost like Christianity. Whatever. Zing. I cannot wait to hear the cult leader, how charismatic he's going to be. I don't know.
I mean, just from the
something
picture,
about-
you definitely seem like he had a focus in the center of him. I think you're right. He's going to be very, charismatic, but I don't want to use that
Yeah.
word, but, yeah.
Far Cry definitely hits that, their antagonist. They nail that one. Like, they hit it out of the park.
Well, would you... now, one thing, my only complaint on Far Cry is I just hope we see better DLC.
Oh,
As
you
far-
bought the Yeti one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, their DLC was just not... It was It was okay. I want to see better
I don't
DLC.
remember the DLC for 3.
What, Blood Dragon?
Blood Dragon
Yeah.
was
Blood Dragon.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But that was more of a standalone,
Yeah, that was
not a
definitely a standalone
DLC, really. Because I think you can just buy the game by yourself, right, and play it.
You can.
But DLC for Far Cry 4, it just, I don't know, it just...
Far Cry 4 was kind of... Because then they did Primal, which really
Yeah,
you don't
which I
even
haven't
think
played
of.
Primal
They didn't
yet.
even have Kala.
I haven't
Yeah.
played Primal yet.
I mean, it was
It's alright.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't... But you could control animals. And another thing about Far Cry 5 they mentioned, you're going to be able to hire animals. That's the wording they
Oh.
used.
Really?
Yeah, like
It's not to
honey
do with-
badgers, bears.
Hey,
supposedly.
Honey Badger, would you help me?
Yeah, here, let me cut you a check after so many hours of helping
Honey
you.
badgers only take payment in blood.
Thing never
played
dies,
that.
so I mean, it's going to
Right.
be working for you forever. So, yeah, I thought that was weird.
Honey
the
Badger
way
for
they used
President 2020.
I put down Primal after I encountered a glitch. I never picked it back up. I got a honey badger, and I sent him into a camp, and he ended up dying. So I don't know if you guys ran into that glitch, but it just didn't seem plausible.
It just never happens.
It was everything 420.
I know I mentioned this before, and I think y'all might know. I'm going to talk just for a second. Is that, well, I call it PUBG, but the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds? I think Tina said she was wanting to get it. I think it is
a console.
Supposedly, don't know a timeline though. They said definitely Xbox One. Again, no timeline, but and also PS4 is supposed to be getting it. Again, though, I don't know how good. It's 100 people in one match. Can console do that? I'm trying to think of a game on console that is a big, like maybe Battlefield. I mean, it's not quite 100, but it's, you know, them big matches are probably at least 40.
Mag PS3.
I'm trying to think, Mag. Because I will say the graphics in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, they're good, but they're not like ultra 4K settings. You know, they're very good looking. But it is really, really fun from this gameplay. It is a fun game to play, apparently, but a fun game to watch people play.
256 players.
Oh, wow. And that's PS3. Yeah, PlayStation got this. Or console. But, like, just the general idea of it, 100 people, you basically drop yourself off in wherever you want in the map, and it is a Hunger Games style kind of game. Like, you basically just fight to the death.
256 players, going to the same Mag, is with users divided into 8-player squads. 4 squads are forming a platoon, and 4 platoons forming a company. You all have different objectives to work together. I wanted that game, but I had no internet.
It just blows me away, though, 256 people. I mean, 100, like I said, in the pregame lobby, a lot of times, it ain't just like everybody lists up like you see most games. Mm-hmm. It is like it loads in, and you start seeing people popping up everywhere. And then once they load in, they can start running around and just kind of goof off for about a minute. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, then it goes into where you're in the plane. And like I said, you can have up to 4 people on your team. I think you get to put in a different lobby, though. If you have a team of 4, it'll be like a lobby with people of 4. Okay. So it's just like one random guy's going to be trying to fight off a whole team of 4, you know, group of 4s. But, yeah, it looks really, really awesome.
I'll definitely check it out.
You need to look at this game chat.
Well, yeah.
Instead of a PlayStation Party.
Yeah. Actually, you can do proximity chat, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But what was...
Kind of like you're yelling out.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, there was one thing I was telling John. There was a very end of a match. The video was like 1 minute and 30. The guy he was the last one on his team, and he was going against another group of 4. There was only 5 people left in the match. One guy by himself and the team of 4. And the way it works is there's this little ring that will close on the map to, like, bring everyone together. Well, what happened was the one guy panicked, went inside this little hut, little box. They pulled up a vehicle and parked the vehicle in front of the door. And so he was stuck in there. He couldn't do anything. And the little blue wall that closes the map up came and passed that little hut. And so he just slowly died.
Oh my God.
To be the last, and he was the last one of his team, and so the team ended up winning because he was the last one. And it was just like the most worst, or I guess epic fail death in that game because he could do nothing about it. It takes a while to die.
That.
Yeah. But it took a while to die.
I want you to die slow.
And they watched him. But it's proximity chat. That's another thing that's good. And so, like, they could hear him, like, he's like, let me out of this, this is dumb. Like, he was getting so mad because, like, he couldn't do anything. And he's like, it takes a while for your health to go down. So he died, but I guess he could have just left. You still would have lost, so. But yeah, another good thing is, too, if you do die early, because it's 100 people, and it's pretty easy to die as soon as you land, you can just leave. There's no penalty, so you can just start the new match. Because once you're dead, you're dead. I mean, It's just going to go down to the last one person or 4 people. So you can just go to your next match.
I'll definitely look into that, because I wanted to play H1Z1 for that.
Yeah, it's similar.
And my PC can't handle H1Z1, so it'd be something cool to...
I think you don't have to have very good hardware to be able to run. But, I mean, you got to turn a lot of your settings down, like if you're on PlayStation.
If you knew my computer, you would know the truth.
Yeah, it's definitely bare bones.
I threw this on there, The Last of Us 2. I mean, this is kind of going on another subject, but thoughts on it's got to be an E3, really. I guess the discussion of E3.
Well, okay, then let's talk about it. What do you hope is on E3?
As far as what I hope will be at E3, I definitely want to see more Days Gone. Which, I mean, I figure it will be.
They've been quiet about that since.
Yeah, since they've announced
the PlayStation
it.
Experience?
Yeah, I'm wanting to say yeah.
Yeah. I know I first seen it at E3 last year.
Yeah.
They even had a gameplay.
I think it was the last time we saw something about it, though, was the PlayStation Experience, right?
I think so.
Or no, it might have been just E3.
I know they've been hush-hush about it, but like I said, they was gameplay, so you know that game's got to be soon.
Oh.
So,
I hope they start pushing it. Like, that game right there. Oh yeah, man, I was excited to hear that.
Because the thing about the zombies, man, it ain't like one of those things.
It's
Oh, you
World
can kill
War
them
Z
all.
zombies,
Yeah, like you can kill them all and be done.
Like, they were
Move
coming
on.
in
No, they
waves.
keep coming. You basically just have to evade. You can't really kill them all. So I'm hoping to see more about that. Of course, mentioned just taking The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
I know that's very early development. I think they even mentioned that.
Okay.
But I think you will definitely get a little bit more about that come E3. Because I know the last thing we seen about it was just literally like a little teaser trailer.
That was a PlayStation experience.
Yeah, it might have been, yeah.
God of War.
Yeah, God of War.
Oh.
I'm very, very happy about that.
Beardos.
Exactly.
Old man, go Kratos.
God of War 2 is still my favorite. God of War 3, Ascension kind of let me down.
What about the PSP
ones,
games?
oh
Yeah,
my God.
Chains of
Those
Olympus.
were good. Those
And,
were really good.
Yeah. I think you can get the collection now that has it all. Like HD collection, God of War or something.
On PS4?
PS3.
Probably on PlayStation now or something.
Yeah.
But you don't
I mean,
stream
it
those.
might be very possible this fall we'll see a PS4 remake of one of them.
I mean,
No,
we
they've
see a
already
remake
remade,
of everything else.
They've already remade one of God of War 3, I think.
Yeah.
I think they remade it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a whole collection, though.
Yeah,
I
me
would
too,
buy the
sure.
That
whole
would
collection.
probably take a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would make the cost-benefit analysis,
This
But
God of
whatever.
War always sell.
I guess. I can't wait to kill a fucking dragon. Killing dragons are awesome in Skyrim. I can only imagine how it's going to be with Kratos. And I don't, if it's broke, don't fix it. But I guess this generation is really like the open world generation, right? I wonder if they will go with that.
It's hard to tell.
Kratos
Didn't they have
on a horse.
gameplay? They had gameplay of that, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was extremely
very minimal.
narrative.
Yeah. And you're playing as Kratos, I'm assuming. Because I know he's got his
No.
son.
Yeah,
Well, that
or-
looked like something that you would
grandson?
see in the opening.
You're right.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, it has to be sandbox.
The screen I let out when he stepped out from the shadows. Oh man, that E3 is like, oh. I
It
get
looks like a
excited. So
different game, though, to me. I mean, obviously it'll be God of War, but it just obviously
I hope
it's a
they
different tone.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what you want to
You
see
can
right
also
now.
see. I loved how Kieran said this on one of the few podcasts we did. Yeah, how whenever his son made that kill,
Mhm.
and he was reluctant to even like hold him or congratulate him. I mean, we all know what he's been through, right? And he killed his wife and daughter, and he kind of was gonna pat him on his back, pull back. The hesitation is still there. I also want to know how the fuck he survived 3.
Yeah. Well, what you were saying though about a different game, that would actually be good. I mean,
Yeah, revitalize the series. I mean,
the other story's over. This is a new story. You know, what is it, Norwegian now? Is that what we're
Norse,
going? Yeah, Norse. So why not do it another different style now? Too many times, like, okay, maybe that's what the problem with Mass Effect Andromeda was. They tried to, I can't even talk right. They tried to,
Make it
turn
so
it
much
too
like
much
the first
into the other ones when we've already played the other ones. Make it something new. Make it something, that we've never done before. Because I've heard the game is basically
Well, if
the
you
same
change
game.
it too much, then it's not.
Well,
that
of
game.
course, but you can still change it.
Right.
You can make it something different instead of.
I don't necessarily know if God of War would be a fail if it was linear, kind of like the Uncharted games. But those are the games that really do best. I mean, but even Uncharted 4 had its open.
Yeah,
open
Uncharted
part.
4 was actually surprisingly open. I mean, it was a lot more open than. Like, there were some parts where the map was just
Safari?
huge. Yeah. And you're climbing up that mountain. Or that dirt. Yeah, I mean, it's massive.
Yeah.
So, here's hoping.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm excited. I guess it's just the name that sells me, but I'm not reluctant on that at all. As soon as they I had to buy a new TV, because when they announced it, I threw my money at it.
What about the new Call of Duty? I mean, I don't know.
Fucking dude.
Oh, I'm talking about World War II.
Yeah, like the
I know
going
people
back.
were excited. Like, as soon as they announced it, I was like, man, I was sitting there talking Destiny up. They were getting all excited. Destiny 2 reveal was coming, and then Call of Duty World War 2, and then they just like, I mean, I had money for Destiny, but bought Call of Duty World War 2.
Well, here's the thing. We already got out World War in Battlefield 1.
World War 1, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing people are saying. Like, it looks. I mean, they're excited for it. Because, man, it's just, future Call of Duty's been. And then Battlefield went back and finally did, And now they're saying, World War II is just Battlefield.
This is
Videos on YouTube of all time.
Which one?
Battlefield 1.
Oh. Yeah, because it was
The
kind of
reveal.
back in the old. People are saying they copied it. No, they didn't. Because,
They've
they've
been
been working on
game
this
for-
game for years.
Yeah, it's got a 3-year life cycle now.
So,
And what got the most dislikes? Wasn't it?
probably Advanced Warfare.
This last one.
Yeah.
Oh, Infinite?
Was it Infinite Warfare?
I don't know, because I know
Yeah, got
Advanced
the most
Warfare.
It
dislikes.
was the most disliked video on YouTube ever. But still went on to be the highest selling game last year.
Kind of figured that's.
I don't think, even no matter what Call of Duty does, it's going to sell.
Look, and every year it's the same thing. This is why I'm not going to get it.
I don't know. I don't play.
I got Infinite Warfare briefly. My brother let me borrow it to see if I wanted it. I didn't want it. I bought Advanced Warfare. I didn't like it.
Is that the
Their
one with Jon
deals-
Snow?
Yes.
I don't play that.
And the campaign, I enjoyed the campaign.
Yeah,
Well, the
I like
campaigns
the
are
same.
always good.
story.
Yeah.
I will say that about Call of Duty's campaign. They are enjoyable.
They get more cinematic. I mean, they're
But it's like,
graphics are
okay, well, a
on
new
top.
map pack's coming out.
Yeah, they are literally the same price as the game. The seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. What, $50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get one extra zombie map. It doesn't pay for it. Also, mind you, that
Can you buy that single by itself?
Probably not. Well, I don't know.
no, the zombie packs you can buy, but they're $15 a pop
Oh, okay.
for a zombie map. Plus, you got to look at it like this: any game that sells that year, they have to duplicate it. That's why people are getting pissed off. It may sell great, and it may always sell great, but when Advanced Warfare came out, what came out before it? Destiny. When
So people, what you're trying to say is that there's this massive microwave wave that goes out and gives game developers the same idea in the same year, and they come out at approximately the same time.
Right.
I follow you.
But they do it every year. I don't know. I'm just not excited about it.
No, I feel you. No, I totally understand.
I don't think
Like,
it
look,
warrants a
Battlefield-
$60 game.
Well, even Battlefield 1 does well. It did well.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Battlefield's different because Battlefield, you got these huge, I mean, they are
Apparently,
battles.
They're Battlefield and Call of Duty, gameplay wise, are as different as like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
That's I agree with
Oh
that.
yeah, definitely.
I
Battlefield
didn't
to me
really
is
like
a better
Battlefield that
game.
much because they were too big. I mean, you just didn't. Me, I didn't play it that much. You just didn't know what to
Now,
do.
if you ever get Battlefield 1 again, I mean, you can play maps that are small.
Yeah,
They don't
do
have to be.
small
They don't
games.
have to be large.
But really, I think people buy Battlefield for that reason. The big all-out war games. Yeah, I love the campaign of Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1. Yeah.
Oh, the
Titan-
campaign though.
Now, I will say that Titanfall 1 come out, no campaign. Just put it in there. Put it in the shelf. Titanfall 2 came out with the campaign. I was excited, man.
Oh my,
And when I played it, yeah,
cause and effect.
like you felt for your Titan, like, emotional.
Yeah,
It was.
your Titan was a better written character than most other people.
I gotta play.
And in the multiplayer, I mean, it's fast paced, so you get used to that. But it is, yeah, right. It was
Only PC.
Was it PC only? 60 frames per second.
I'm just messing.
Oh, okay.
PC Master Race.
I was like,
Well, you know this. You don't have to keep rubbing it in.
what are you talking about? They got uncapped.
Somewhere.
Yeah, right.
An Evil Dead friend got triggered.
It's another game I was going to talk about at E3. Oh,
Well, Red Dead Redemption 2 is. They said they will. Usually, Rockstar is too big for E3, but they're supposed to be there this year.
did you ever play or know? I don't know what the game was before it. I don't even know who created these games. Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that's
I don't remember.
Shadow of the Colossus?
Well, actually,
That's Team Ico, ain't it?
yeah, Team Ico. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because see, they had a game originally before Shadow called Ico
Mhm.
or Eco, and then they had Shadow of the Colossus, and they just did The Last Guardian.
Which we waited 12 years for.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah,
love
we
that
ended
game.
up
I
pretty much.
really, really love that game. Now, hopefully, I think what I've
What
heard is
did you play?
The Last Guardian.
Was it good?
I loved it. Story, oh man, I tear. But there's supposed to be, word is that they're working on a kind of another Shadow of the Colossus. Not remake, but like another one. which I love that game too. That's a good company. They make really. I haven't played Eco, and I kind of want to go back and play it now. But I'm excited to see what they hopefully bring out at E3, if anything. Might be too early.
Titanfall 2 on PS4 is 900 frame or 900p at 60, and 720 on Xbox One at 60.
My games that I'm wanting to see on E3. Same thing I said last year for E3. Kingdom Hearts 3. I wouldn't mind seeing.
Well, they're done with Final Fantasy 15 now. Not necessarily, but
well, now I got another Final Fantasy 7.
Right.
I'm wanting to see more on that.
That's arguably one of the best ones, right? Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, that's definitely the most famous, better subjective. We were speaking about it earlier about Injustice 2, and you wanted Marvel to have a game like that. You know, it's not really spoke about much, but Square Enix is working on a Marvel game.
I've heard about this.
We don't know. I think they just made a contract, made a reveal trailer, and that's as far as they were when they announced it. So I don't think we even know what kind of type of game it is.
Speaking of Marvel, I want to see more on the Marvel Heroes game that's going to be free to play. I heard that's going to get a release here in a few months. The Spider-Man game.
Yeah, Homecoming. That's the movie.
Yeah, Homecoming's a movie.
The
game is just called Spider-Man.
Yeah, the game's called Spider-Man. They're looking for I've heard a October release. What I've heard.
I've never heard of it.
Have you not? Well, check it. I watched a video, and I'm thinking they said a fall release.
Man, I don't know the last time I know the last. Well, I don't know the title is Spider-Man on PlayStation 2. The last one I played. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
When you get time, you need to play The Amazing Spider-Man. One, if you have a PS3 or an Xbox, you need to play The Amazing Spider-Man. It was a really good game. You got different outfits. Like it was like Batman. Your suit got destroyed. Like,
oh
yeah, it had like damage. Now the second one came out, and the second one was good also, but not as good as the first one. And then there's Shattered Dimensions, which was a fantastic game for the PS3. And what was the other one? Web of Shadows.
Web of Shadows was fun. That was also open world. I think you're talking about the more narrative-driven.
Yes. There's like Shattered Dimensions.
Shattered Dimensions when you had the 2099 Nor.
And there was one more that came out.
But that one was supposedly just god-awful.
Yeah, the second one was the bad one. But that's about it for my E3 predictions. I don't want to be too hopeful, because last year, like I said, I was kind of let down on what I want. A lot of minor RPGs. Oh, and Ni no Kuni too. I want to see more Ni no Kuni.
I remember one of these podcasts y'all did, you were talking about that. That was like one of the first things y'all let off with was Ni no Kuni.
Oh yeah, Ni no Kuni is probably one of my favorite. It's in my top 5. Still probably one of my top 5 favorite RPGs of all time.
Spider-Man, Edge of Time.
Edge of Time. Okay, yeah, that's it.
What do you feel?
Huh?
Or Game Grader? What do you expect?
Oh my god.
E3.
State of Decay 2.
Oh.
John watched oh my god, I love State of Decay. It was a zombie game I've always wanted. I wish it was like better. This one will be also multiplayer. What? Bring your people to town, like set up shop. Let's see Scalebound come back. Like no, in Crackdown 3.
Oh yeah, Crackdown. I think about that.
As far as I really don't know what else. Maybe they'll announce another Halo or something. I want Fable to come back. I loved those. I mean, as far as Microsoft, I think I just touched on everything first party they have. I really don't care for racing Forza.
They said Halo will not be at E3, which is a big deal for Xbox because that was one of their flagships. That
I guess they've already got a Halo this year, Halo Wars 2, which I like RTSs, so I need to get on that. As far as Sony side, I mean, we've already kind of touched base on every one of them. Last of Us 2, God of War, Spider-Man, Final Fantasy, any Final Fantasy, I guess, or Square Enix title. I feel like
I know we got Assassin's Creed. What y'all think about that?
Man, what?
Empire? Yeah, Egypt. Yeah.
Well, I think it was.
Last one I played was I haven't played 3 yet, so I stopped.
I'm definitely behind.
I'm definitely behind. I stopped at Brotherhood.
Black Flag, Rogue,
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
I agree.
I'm hoping that they actually release, like, you know how they did the Ezio collection? They finish it off.
I think they've done the American, collection, but it's also on PS3 also. So you get Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag, and Rogue.
Those are my three
See,
favorites.
I want the one for PS4. I'm sure that'll come, though, eventually.
Unity
or Syndicate was the bomb.
Yeah,
though.
Syndicate was.
I haven't
mean,
played
it's
Syndicate.
I
Black
haven't
Flag
either,
and
but
Rogue
I
is still
stopped
pretty
right there at Revelation.
Unity was so
When
bad. They
3
gave a
comes
free
out
game
Yeah.
for PS4, I'll play it.
good. Revelation is probably my least favorite.
I enjoyed Brotherhood. I like Brotherhood.
Oh man, Brotherhood was sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm excited I'm playing 3. I just,
And then the arrows.
but I'm waiting. I'm hoping, and I'm shocked that there hasn't already been the PS4 version of Assassin's Creed 3 coming out.
I don't want to dive into it too much, but I think, is it Ubisoft? Or is it Activision? I'm fairly certain it's Ubisoft. They're I think they're splitting what they're paying attention to, because I'm fairly certain it's Ubisoft is looking at a takeover. Like, I don't know if y'all looking at that much, but there's some company that is buying millions of dollars of shares legally, and they're looking to take it over, and they're trying to combat that. I don't know. Hopefully that's not fighting game development, but I hope that doesn't come to fruition. But, like, going back to the Assassin's Creed, the first leaked screenshot we see of it, he's on a boat, I guess, crossing the river, maybe the Nile.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too good at.
People were talking about how it would be very difficult for, you get on like top of a tower and you like jump off into the hay. Like, it'd be kind of hard to do off pyramids.
Yeah, like
you're at the tip.
to start rolling down.
You have to jump out really far if you're going to get it.
Man, but I definitely love Assassin's Creed. I'm
They've
glad
had
they took a break.
Yeah, they've had some low points, but again, the whole series I enjoy them.
Oh yeah,
We also forgot about another E3. Not Dark Souls, but
Darksiders.
Darksiders 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll show a little bit more of that off.
Man, I hope. I love that
I
series.
wish they would finally just. Now I know that I'm waiting for Darksiders 5 because Darksiders 3 is Fury, and then Darksiders 4 is going to be Strife.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Darksiders 5 is that epic fucking ending. Just finally
That
have
we've waited
since
25 years for.
Did y'all think they would make another Darksiders though when y'all
No,
heard
I
this?
didn't. Once I found out they got bought out, a few years ago. What was it? Verdict? What was it?
ASG closed. And
Yeah.
then-
Yeah. So I'm excited. I enjoyed both the games.
People too were like, "Oh, we're playing as a girl. This is stupid." It was in the story from the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
you knew who
I don't
they
think
were.
we ever seen her concept. But
Yeah, not true. I know they mentioned the name, but I didn't know if they actually showed any.
Yeah.
Like what she was going to
Well,
be like.
let them gripe. First female Super Saiyan confirmed last week.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. We're playing a girl. I'd rather be looking at a girl's ass while I'm playing a game, anyways.
A lot of games do that. Like Horizon Zero Dawn, she's female lead.
Yeah.
There's another game coming out. I forget the name
Although,
of it.
like Horizon Zero Dawn, my biggest minor gripe about that is the name is stupid. Aloy.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
Aloy.
complaint I have.
She can be whatever she wants.
She wants to be a dinosaur robot. No, who am I to decide her gender?
There was a game that came out last E3. I cannot think of the name of it.
Announced it last week.
Yeah, I want to say it was announced. There was even a trailer. Man, the graphics would look like it was watching a movie. I want to say it had something to do with kind of like humanoid, like robots, but they were like look like humans.
Is it
Human, Detroit.
It's Detroit.
Human something.
It's the same
RoboCop?
people who done. It's the same people who done Heavy Rain, and there was another one. Was it Beyond Two Souls? Is that the same people?
I don't know.
I'm asking.
Of course, again, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, Detroit first. Quantic.
Well, Quantum Break, did that play into this anyway?
No.
Sounds like
Detroit become human.
the company. That's it. So maybe we'll see something about that. It didn't really have anything like, oh, I want to get that game, because obviously there wasn't much to it. But the graphics looked very good, so it seemed like they're going to be putting a lot of time into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about Scorpio?
I'm out of this one.
Why is that? You don't
No.
even know what it is. I mean, we don't know what it is. Like,
Not
really, we
necessarily.
know like white sheet specs, but we don't know what it's. Thing is, they got to show games for it, and they can't have exclusives because they've already said that.
Like they'll be. They don't want to be leaving people behind.
Yeah.
So what's the same thought process can be applied to PS4 and PS4 Pro. I guess leaving generations behind is a good thing, but I also want to know that it wasn't until maybe a year or two ago that we got away from games that weren't on last gen and current gen. I don't want to feel like games are being held back before. Witcher 3, I'll fall back to that, was probably the first next generation game that I felt like I played.
I can see that. Because it was an open world and looked amazing.
Mine was Infamous.
Infamous Second Son?
Yeah.
I like Infamous
I
Second
mean,
Son.
graphically, yeah, but it was the same as a PS3. And them, they're working on the new Spider-Man game, so I kind of know what... But I want to hurry that... I want to get that game hurried out of the way. That way I can play new Infamous. I love Spider-Man, but I love Infamous too.
Oh yeah, me too. Like the first Light was really good too.
Yeah, I heard that was really good.
Alright.
People are saying, though, we have not seen games. I kind of agree with this. We have not seen games that are solely built for PS4 Pro or solely built for Scorpio. And ones we've seen have been in development while those consoles had got released, and then they optimized them for those consoles. So I think, on Scorpio, they're going to have a game, I don't know which one, that will have built from the ground up to run off Scorpio. I don't know what game that'll be.
I hope so. Maybe it's a Fable.
Dead Rising
awesome.
6.
I was actually about to ask that, Dead Rising. We got one last year.
This past November.
Yeah, so I
would
know
play
that
it.
would get
If
another
I
one.
ever bought another Xbox One, it would be just to play Dead Rising.
It was
5.
played Frank West. You're actually the one who turned me on to Dead Rising. I still got to play the DLC comes out for it.
I played so much Dead Rising when I was younger. I had dreams that zombies were ripping me into pieces. So when I woke up, I was like, I think I'm going to take a break.
Dead Rising 3 is probably my favorite, but Dead Rising 4 was fun. There was just something off about it, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And the ending, the DLC confirms it. Won't say you want me to. Spoilers. 3, 2, 1. It's over. Spoilers again. 3, 2, 1. Frank West dies.
And what?
Dead Rising 4.
Oh.
It broke my fucking heart, man. Like, 2006. And then I've lived with him, I guess, for 10 years. And at the end...
Even Dead Rising off the record.
Yeah, and Dead Rising off the record. Frank West was cool, But damn it, he died. I was like, maybe he got away. Maybe he pulled up. Maybe he got under a fucking dumpster, Walking Dead. But, nope. He's in the DLC. You play as him, and he's a zombie.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
How long is he dead? You actually fight him. Like,
Right.
that would be
No,
great.
you play as him.
Oh, you play as him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's
he is dead.
he's got thought still. But, yeah, I doubt they'll show another Dead Rising. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
too
it
early.
actually would be way too early. I don't think that...
Do you think a game that, I don't think this, well, actually it could be. They won't be announced at E3, but a game that could be developed for Scorpio would be Halo. They come
Probably.
out with the console,
Yeah, it could
or
be.
around the console's release.
I wouldn't be mad if they
It's-
say Scorpio or whatever its actual name is exclusive.
Yeah.
Like, I feel to sell something, you need to have a reason to buy it.
I don't know, and that I think they mentioned that they can't do, like, this game can only be played on Scorpio. I feel like they should. Like you said, it's a way of people buying the console, and, but like, I can get that game on Xbox One or Xbox One S, so I'm not going to spend $500 on a new console.
Imagine if, well, probably the diehards, but if Zelda was on other consoles, like why would you buy a Nintendo console? I guess for portability, but or a Switch, but no, that's the kind of thought process I go with. I generally have them all, but I don't know. Why would I buy the new one if the ones I have play it?
One thing they said about Scorpio, supposedly, obviously with all the computing power it's going to be able to do, they don't have a VR headset, Xbox, but since this is going to be kind of more of a potent console, it can potentially get one. The only thing with that is, they said no exclusives. Xbox One cannot run a headset, VR headset. Scorpio can. Therefore, you're going to have titles, VR titles, that will have to be exclusive.
Loopholes.
Yeah,
It's a VR exclusive.
exactly. And
So they're not necessarily saying Scorpio exclusive, but VR exclusive.
Yeah, it'd be VR exclusive. So
Microsoft VR exclusive.
that's interesting.
You sneaky devil.
Loopholes.
So it is interesting what they're going to do. And then also you got, this is this rumor for sure, but because of Scorpio coming out and Sony's kind of trying to stay on top, people are saying that there is a chance you'll see PS5 be announced at E3. Not like, oh, here's a trailer of it, like spinning, and like they do the really cool cutscene trailers. Just a name, PS5. At the very end of their conference. Coming fall, whatever. Maybe not even say a date.
Maybe.
Like Splash
I think
PS5.
if they were doing that, we'd know. Maybe. Because last year was like the console leak year, right? We knew about the PS4 8 months before they announced it. Scorpio, we knew they were working on something. I mean, if they had something like that. Maybe it's contractually in there now that
Can't talk about it.
if anybody gets wind of this whole division is fired. So we can't just it's corporal punishment. Maybe.
I just PS4 Pro. People are saying it just wasn't a big enough jump mid-generation. Scorpio is. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I hear, PS4 Pro no. So maybe that's why, because they plan on rolling out a new console. But they come out about the same time, or have been in the past, right? All consoles like Xbox 360, PS3. I don't know what their dates.
We shouldn't get a new system
360
by
was actually in was 2005. It was 2005 and the PS3 came out in 2006.
So okay, so they can be actually.
So PS3 and the Wii actually came out at the same time.
But then again, you'd be putting people in. Like I just bought a PS4. 2014, 3 years ago. So they'll maybe pay another whatever it costs to get a whole other console for exclusive games for that console.
Come out in 2013, right?
Yeah, maybe I got it in 2014. Yeah,
I got mine in
it.
2014.
It did come out in 2013, I think.
Yeah, I mean, so we're coming up on 4-year mark.
So, what, another 3 more years?
The longest generation we had was 360 and PS3 and the Wii.
PS2. I thought PS2 was the longest.
That was 5.
Before they stopped making PS2 games?
The longest generation, like from one system coming out to the next.
Oh.
Generally when it's...
Okay.
So it was what, 99, 2000 to 2006?
I thought, was it not the PS3 and Xbox 360 was the longest?
Yeah, Xbox 360, PS3.
No, we
So
had
2006 to 2013.
13.
Yeah.
Around about.
7 years.
That was a good lifespan, though. Good systems.
Oh, yeah. Hella games.
What else is on the list?
I mean, we already kind of talked about it, but the Xbox, the problem they're having with the first party, Scalebound, State of Decay 2. So.
Yeah, so they're going to have to just blow it out of the water.
Yeah,
They really are. I mean, they obviously got the hardware they're going to show off. Great. But what am I going to play with it? That's one thing they got to look at.
Yeah. Like in the Xbox 360 generation, there was so many exclusive. Blue Dragon, say that. And Fable. God, that kept me around. I mean, Fable 2 was 360, but Fable 1 was on Xbox Prime. Yeah. Halo and Gears of War, that carried so much weight back then. I don't guess it carries near as much of a system seller as it used to be. But they got to do something.
Gears is a big deal. It come out. People are excited about that. You won't. I don't think you'll see another Gears announced already.
No,
Just come out. Yeah. Halo. It's kind of sad if it doesn't show up to the conference because that was a big deal for them. Obviously, they got Sea of Thieves. That'll be coming out again. It looks fun, but is it something they can really hold the console? But now we're going to talk about that Game Pass. Yeah. I actually think that would be pretty fun or pretty awesome to have.
And that's a few things that's on there. Is pretty much for $10. I guess if you get down into it, you can play the whole Master Chief Halo 1 through 5. I think Master Chief Collection is on there. I know Halo 5 is.
It's a subscription based, right?
Yeah, $10 a month, and they already got 30 games that you just download and you play them, and then you get done. How many games can you have downloaded at a time? Is there?
Well, that's why I don't think you download them with this pass.
You stream it?
I think you stream it, which again I don't know what you have to have required to do that, but that's the difference between the PS, what's it called, PlayStation Now, is you do download those. I think.
No, you stream those.
Okay. Well, maybe it's opposite. Maybe you stream those and then you download these. Maybe that's what, because they say you technically have
100
it on your
plus
console.
games.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I've gotten PlayStation Now before, and all the games are
Streamable.
streamed. So when the internet goes down, that's it.
So that's the good thing with this. You actually will own the game as long as you have the subscription, pretty much. So you can play it offline, I would assume. That's actually pretty cool. Again, it really depends on what games they
I'm
have.
sure you would have to go back online, though, because it's probably built into your system, that subscription, so when it expires,
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna,
download it.
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
With an Xbox Game Pass launchers, you can download and play a broad range of games in full fidelity on your Xbox and Xbox One S, including blockbusters like Halo 5, NBA 2K16, Payday 2, the whole family in Lego, Batman, Banjo-Kazooie, Viva, Pinta, Retro, classic games like Mega Man Legacy Collection, Streets of Rage, Pac-Man. Xbox Game Pass has a number of great first-person and third-person shooters, including all three titles, the amazing Bioshock franchise, Gears of War 1 through 3, Gears of War Ultimate, Perfect Dark Zero, Borderlands, and more.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good array of games right there. I just wonder how fast they'll roll out games for it.
Yeah. Well, with the backwards compatibility, they do an average of 3 or 4 a month.
It's pretty good. I know that list is big.
They can compare it to Netflix. I wonder, comparatively with Netflix, is that they will take off as many games as they add on.
I did read or watch a thing where they said they will. It would be like Netflix. Well, I didn't say it will be like Netflix, but they will take off the ones that are maybe not as popular,
Okay.
and then they'll replace it with. I don't know how many though, and how frequently.
And that benefit, Xbox Game Pass members can purchase those games and catalog and related add-ons at an exclusive discount. So if you really like it, you buy it even discount. I've already seen it when I turn it on my Xbox. You get a gold price, you get a Game Pass price.
Any more incentive, yeah, to get a game you really enjoy.
Where else we at?
Destiny, really. It's the last thing.
I think that would be a different one. Oh, right at the 2-hour mark, right?
We were talking about, is this going to be enough?
Man, definitely carried on, right? Yeah. I don't know. Closing statements? Your epilogue?
Just for me, I'm kind of going to E3. I'm super excited. I mean, I'm more or less excited just to see what games we're going to get.
Yes.
See what Scorpio
It's
is.
literally 2 weeks away.
Yeah. And actually, another thing about E3 is Microsoft is doing their conference on Sunday.
This time.
Going first. And also, I think Bethesda's Sunday. Is there something Saturday? I want to say, I don't know if it's Ubisoft. I don't think Ubisoft is. But I know Sony, Bethesda's Sunday. Sony and maybe the PC Gaming Show is Monday. And then you've got Ubisoft and then Nintendo.
It's Wednesday.
We're also glad that you came on the show.
Oh, man. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Man, you're right. No, not to be this. Yeah, you're right. Saturdays E3 or EA's.
EA.
And then Microsoft is Sundays. And then 7 hours later, Microsoft is midday Sunday, about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific. Bethesda's is later that night. PC Gaming Show is Monday early morning. Ubisoft 1 p.m. Pacific. Sony's is 6 p.m. Pacific. That's typically 9 p.m. our time East Central. Digital, Evolver Digital. I don't know who the shit that is. And then Nintendo's is Tuesday.
Treehouse. That's
Yeah,
what they call it
Nintendo's Treehouse. I wonder what they're doing. Maybe they're showing a Metroid. I don't know. It's not like they
a lot
want
of people
money.
are talking about the new Metroid.
Yeah, because we got the soccer game last year. Thank you. Thank you, Nintendo. Slip well tonight.
Don't ever talk about Nintendo.
The
Not even in a good
Nintendo
way.
Switch 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say you probably say a version, like another version, maybe like a,
They'll probably roll it out with Splatoon.
yeah, like a bundle of.
Apparently they're selling out everywhere. If you need them, you can go to Lexington, Walmart. They have them there, I promise you.
Johnny Depp was here.
No, he's coming. He wasn't here
That's
yet.
what I heard. He was coming, or he was
My
already here.
grandparents said that they ran into a guy at the Mexican place that said he served him. He was already here.
Well, like, we all look alike to Mexicans. Nothing against Mexicans, but whatever. McAfee frequents Walmart, and the reason Johnny Depp is coming is because he's going to be
Playing.
John McAfee in the movie, and it's supposed to be in a couple weeks. Maybe he was coming to scope the place out. I don't know.
Lexington's already hard enough to get through. You will
Yeah.
be hard to get through that day.
Right?
That's about it. That's all.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
matters.
like, we just literally just talked about a celebrity coming to town, so we're not a big town. That's
Yeah.
the biggest.
All right, they got
Dylan's calling me.
Dylan!
Dylan!
Dylan.
Yeah, get on Friday the 13th. He's probably calling me, but hey, did you get it yet? I still don't play me the game.
About that.
Oh my, it is so bad when he
I'm
does
gonna,
it so
I'm gonna
bad.
mess with them. I'm gonna be like, stop calling.
No, any closing? No? Yeah, like you said,
Yeah, I'm just excited for the E3.
I want to know where my money's going for the next year.
Right. Of course, Destiny 2. I'm super excited about that. Hoping a new console comes out, like a bundle type Destiny 2.
And
Oh, would you
hopefully-
get it then? PS4 Pro?
Well, I plan on getting it anyway, but I'm holding off because I want to get it. Like, hopefully, it'll be like,
you would have literally bought like 4 versions of Destiny 2, right?
what's that? Like, oh
Just
no,
keep
no,
it.
no, no! I've got one already bought. But the problem is, it will come with the game, the Destiny 2 bundle,
Right.
and that's kind of the bad thing. So I'll have to eat that cost, I'm sure. But it'll be a digital.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if I could give that to someone.
Give that away on your screen.
There we go. But no, that I would buy 2. Supposedly it's going to look even better on that console. So it still run 30 frames per second.
Right.
Locked. It won't-
Yeah.
no more dips.
People are thinking whenever Phil Spencer said that Destiny 2 is the definitive console edition. That Destiny 2 on PS4 Pro is an upscale. Maybe it's checkered.
Mhm.
It's doing it in 4 different ones. And maybe with Scorpio it'll be a native. It'll be actual 4K.
I'm wondering. Yeah. Because, I figure like it is checkerboard on the... Because that people say on PC 4K versus console 4K looks different.
Yeah.
Like a lot better on PC, which PC Master Race going back to
Honestly.
that. Yeah. I guess we'll see, yeah. I don't know.
Man, I'm just excited. It'll take me 2 hours or 2 weeks to upload these. So I don't know. No, it's good to be a gamer.
It is
It really
definitely
is.
a good year. For
I'm
sure.
gonna start stream. We're actually in the middle of moving. I just got a new job.
Okay.
I'm really excited about it, so that's why I keep talking about it. I'm out of factories, so
Oh man, welcome. I'm glad your smile missed you.
yeah, my smile is back. So I've actually been looking into streaming more.
Nice.
We're about to move, and
I'll
we got
follow
better internet, so I'm probably going to do a lot more RPGs than I probably would Destiny. A lot of Friday 13th, I'm thinking.
Mhm.
You know, I think that'd be fun to stream on the side to have all my friends. You know, it really would.
I have to $20 to heard by that. Regardless of what you play Friday the 13th on, or whatever you're gonna play Destiny 2 on, or pretty much any game, probably like cell phone games. Whatever you do, it's one gamer to another. Keep on gaming.